Alright, hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Psi Divine. Alright, hello, hello. Tonight I'm going to leave you with a collective reading. Events coming, what's going on, what's happening in the world around. Things you'll like to be aware of for the next week. Business week, feels like I need to mention that. And I am going to start with digital, just a little digital push. So that will be starting with 6. If any questions are desired, we can discuss it at the end. So I am going to start with 6. Just get a general feeling of what's going on for the collective.
Smoke weed every day.
I agree with this. What else?
No. This isn't how you're supposed to play the game.
Interesting. Okay, one more.
No.
Now, feels like a bit of pushback and difference. Hello, RD. Well, that one must have been a message to you then, since it did start with. Started with a nice prompt. I hope you're doing well. Right, I'm just clearing off stuff, getting things started. Okay. Hi. And since maybe that was your energy, I will push back on that a little bit. Let's do a little bit of a reset. All right. 6, do you have any messages that aren't just a welcome to RD?
Now that's what this is all about.
Okay. Jokes. All right, anything else?
Coincidence? I think not.
Okay. Fair enough. Anything else?
Oh no, I'm not brave enough for politics.
All right. Let's see what's going on. For the collective, the know-it-all. This is knowledge, time of great knowledge. Someone may have proven themselves correct, accurate. It's a feeling of, well, it's ego. Maybe of creating something. This is using your sacred data. You may also be getting the cooperation. Better cooperation, the word that comes is cohesive. Nonetheless, your sacred data is yielding rewards. There's a lot of completion going on here. Things that are completion desired. Involuntary completion, growth. A lot of completion going on here. A lot of being over it, being done. Someone is attached to their beliefs. Now this can involve a union, a connection with someone in a relationship where things are just changing. There's changes. There can be changes in... Do you really, like, why do you wait until... I swear he does not do that until I... Okay. There's a lot of misunderstood control of self. It may be coming across as being the word that comes through is indignant, but I don't think that's the... I don't think... Is that even... Anyways, it's ego. It's misunderstood ego. It can be being stuck in your own old ways. Can be not seeing the value in other people's lessons. Now, this can be frustration. Frustration with seeing somebody not move the way you move as fast as you move, not be as, can be watching others make plans that you can clearly see are not well thought out. But they have to have their lessons. Ego. A lot of ego. So, yeah. This can be just being stuck in one's ways. I know there's a better way to say it, but it does become a bit of a fixed energy. It can be a bit unmovable to the others. So it can be holding one's position or one's beliefs. And there's ego. So, yeah. I don't know why I see an image of like someone in a short dress or being judged for the way they dress, or judgment can be something like that, along the lines of judgment, judging someone for their choices and the way they choose to present themselves to the others. Can be wanting to give advice to someone because you've gone through something and you know how that ends. Nonetheless, stop. Stop. That is annoying. I'm sorry. Sorry, I gotta put my earplugs in. Alright, so at this time you may have to take more of a passive approach. Ooh. Wow. Okay. Yeah, it's here twice. So you may have to take a passive approach this time and to stand back, sit back, watching others go through a cycle. Now, the only cycles I say stop are the ones that affect you directly. And I do see financial concern here, but it comes out in the test, the pop quiz, where somebody has to kind of like make choices, make moves, make things happen, get off your butt, do something. And so you may be coming across as a bit of an egotistical know-it-all. And maybe you don't want that. Maybe you don't care. I don't know. Nonetheless, it is finding like a comfortable, quiet place to sit while other people walk on their hands upside down. It could be stepping back to let situations mature, focusing on yourself. Other people, I heard, hit the wall. Other people have to have experiences. Now, this can be knowing also that someone isn't being 100% honest with you, and having the awareness to hold your tongue, bite your tongue, something about the effect. Now, there is power at this time for whoever this is for. The thoughts, just being stuck in one's head is so big right now. But you could be watching someone else going through the same thing. And out of that, more than one person, it feels like, gets a lesson from growth of a different kind. Be mindful of arguing with others because you believe they should be doing this or that. They are really racing. And that could be what you're sensing too. Guys, it says you could be watching somebody driving and speeding towards a perilous situation. And then the end. Feels like a message to move forward. Move on. Someone's watching. Feels like having to watch somebody ruin their own plans, do something along the lines of self-sabotage. And it's a sensitive issue. And you must use your sensitivity to protect yourself. No stress. You may be in a quiet place already anyway, not really giving too much of your energy to the situation, which may feel like submission of sorts. Look at it as more of an intellectual bias, moving to the side while other people learn. Technically, or to simplify, it'd be like standing in front of life's chalkboard. Ego comes back. So unless it's affecting you directly, it feels like the message at this time is to stand back and let others discover life lessons. If good advice was listened to, what would there be to learn? For the others, so directions chosen. Someone is going in a direction you can't stop, and it's a little bit tornadic. They're choosing it. Somebody may have had to. You may have just had to pull back your energy, take back a key, take back access. I almost see like a thick, solid door closing and a sign that says access denied, like a lit, like no more access. And you may have to do that with your energy. You may have had to physically do that. Nonetheless, you hopefully are not the one going through this. I'm over here asking about the others. You may have to watch someone be controlled by what feels like elements outside of themselves. Someone's in a situation, though. Not can become a problem, not quite 100% problem yet. Some of you may be dealing with someone who is of a masculine energy. They could be combative. Doesn't have to be a man, but just aggressive, brawn type energy at this point. Can just be in their destructive nature. It's not healthy for sure. Yeah. You may be dealing with maybe dealing with someone who's very fiery energy. Combative could be somebody just wanting to fight, because that's the energy they express at this time. Can be somebody who wants valuable things from you, whether it's money, time, guarantees. Okay. Yeah, you have to let go of someone that you have love for. And they have to go outside. They gotta go outside. Too much emotion. Nonetheless, you do have to step back while whoever this is, right now it's their place in the world to learn. And the lessons may not be agreeable. The word I hear is accountability. Directions, growth. And someone has to learn what signs they have to pay attention to in life. And it almost feels like a force beyond anyone's control anyway. Can be feminine energy in the middle, or two options that have the genetic, wow, this is weird, or two different options that have the genetic connection to DNA is what I heard. That is so weird. There's like some type of, like one thing is about the genetic, the DNA, and then the other is a person. That's how, okay. So it can be something chemical over here and something human over here. That was weird. Maybe dealing with someone who is very all or nothing. And they may just have a connection to something that is chaotic, destructive. You may have, okay. I don't know why I keep feeling like silence is a thing. Like that's the best remedy. Someone expects gifts. Someone expected something from you, wants to gain. They want gains. Unfortunately, they're in a spin cycle where they're breaking connections. And that's because of their emotional behavior. I hear, can't think of the group. I'm like, okay, I just lost it. I don't remember the group, I'm sorry. If you don't love me now, you will never love me again. I can still hear you saying you would never break the chain. Nonetheless, ew. You may be dealing with someone who's just too high energy or going through a meltdown, explosive, spoiled brat energy feels like. I'm annoyed. I feel very tired. Be aware of someone just coming at you for money. They just want money. That's the only way they'll interact. If not, everything else is a waste of time and they have meltdowns. A big brat energy. Somebody is dealing with the worst of the worst. What is this? If you're dealing with a destructive energy, dependency is a thing. I think if any of this reading was your data, you have to break chains. That's here more than once. chains that have to be broken so people can get out your way, because what's over here is money. Some of you have to move forward, and you have to let tornadoes be tornadoes over there. Some people have chosen their destructive pattern. They have chosen their experience for this lifetime. It is, I'm sure, not your desire or wish for them. That just isn't. But you don't really get to choose how the others live. Okay, well, some people do. You vote for them, I guess, and then you listen to them. That's different. Then again, it could be, I don't know. Excuse me. Some of you have to accept that other people have chosen to chain themselves to a certain situation and a certain outcome. And so there may be discomfort for having to deal with unwanted data. With others, some of you may be downplaying the situation, not talking about it, holding it to yourself, and that's okay. But it does feel like protecting your energy, your finances. It's so, I've been feeling it the whole time. I hope this is no one's energy. But it's like having a crackhead relative. I'm sure a lot of families have one of those. We'll just pretend right now none of us in this room do. So, it's like something like that. And you know every time you deal with them, it's going to be some stuff. But now it's like you let them move in or something. And then, uh-oh, mistake. And you want the best. You want the best for them, but you know that this isn't working out. They're destroying things. They're tearing up stuff. It's a tornado. They're borrowing money. They don't pay things back. They're being destructive. And all of a sudden, the universe helps you, and then they move out. And you want help. You want to help the situation because you're attached at this point. But the interaction and the experience has been karma for all involved. And it hasn't exactly been the greatest situation. It's been something that requires healing. It's something that could have been forceful. It impacted funds. It impacted comfort. And there's the turn. Some people did not know what to do with the gift. They were only to experience it and then back to the tornado, I guess. I guess tornadoes take breaks too. So, there's that. Any other advice? 6?
Do you see me fucking laughing, man? I ain't fucking laughing.
Okay. Anything else?
Just like the simulation.
Now that felt like empty promises. Anything else?
Hoes mad, 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 hoes mad.
Well, I think you should tell everyone why they're mad, Six.
Let me put it in a language you can understand. Oh, so sorry. No charming here. You deliver. Wrong place.
Okay, and how about one more?
Why are we still here? Just to suffer. Every night.
Ooh. My nose itches on that one. Yeah, it really does feel like the energy of having someone around who should have left ages ago, and they've been on the couch for too long. Feels like the energy of someone close in one space, taking advantage. Just little subtle, not subtle, but those little things become big things. I also get the energy of you guys, somebody being in a place where you have been too nice. I'm not saying be mean, but you've been too nice. Well, out of this situation, others get to sharpen up others, and you get some more life experience, because everybody needs that, right? Yeah, sure. You get one more lesson in changing and how easily and quickly things can change. You also get an opportunity to reflect on how you may have contributed to the situation and where your weaknesses lie. Guess you keep learning till it's time to go bye-bye. So there's that. The lesson has to do with, balance, relationships, wanting to be in such a good place with everyone that you put yourself into a bad situation. And then you can't stop worrying, and then it costs money, and then a quick decision made like that can really have an impact later on. So at this time, you guys would like you to protect yourself from negative energy and people. Even if that means moving them out of your environment, or taking a break from bad environments, if possible. You may be impacted, may be dealing with other people's thoughts and how they mess with your health, your mind, your comfort. That's a thing. That should be guarded. It's worth guarding. And your guides are trying to give you some assistance, some awareness. I keep hearing creativity, so it may come in sudden creative ideas or creative things that you see. Okay, this is weird. I'm just going to say it. Somebody's going to be watching something, and then you'll see an advertisement that is for you from your guides. It's going to be some advertisement that just catches your attention. There's your guides. And this came out in reverse. So it's going to be something like, oh, catch your attention. Yeah, it ain't going to be nothing angelic that catches your attention, but it will be your guides. It won't look like it's going to be something that just catches your attention. Let me move on. Also, be very clear with others. Clear and limited. Clear and limited is the way I keep getting it. Understand that you are not the same as others. You don't think like them. Sometimes opposite energies are attracted because maybe that's a family thing, but in other situations, they can be attracted because of their creative and karmic connections. And sometimes you're just experiencing tornadoes to be reminded that tornadoes exist. Except that sometimes other tornadoes don't just have to fizzle out. They can be ended magically. Now, pulling back your energy may be read as turning your back, even if others forget that you have that you didn't always turn your back. That wasn't always a thing. It's just about protecting one's energy. You ain't gotta explain yourself. Whoever this is for, you ain't gotta explain your damn self. Your gifts are for you. When you give them to the wrong people, oftentimes they don't appreciate those gifts. Whether it's money, time, energy, a blanket, people who appreciate will show that. And they stay that way. They don't. So, with others, be reminded their karma block can become yours, may have. The universe, the guides, numerical design might be moving these energies out of your space. And it feels like if it hasn't happened already, it may happen suddenly, where people are taken aback or just moved out of your space. Do not blame yourself. However, the word I got was nuclear fallout. However the nuclear fallout happens, that's a thing. I hear the words, no regrets. No regrets. Some of you need to help less, especially those who don't deserve it. Now, people who deserve it, and you know, that's different. That's, So there's grace here. That's beautiful. That's sacred self, the sacred self experiencing the opposite of itself. And somewhere in the middle of that comes your balance. And then after all the tornado stuff comes your peace. And I get something about you hearing it louder. Peace is louder. That's weird. And I want to, so when the peace is louder, you are getting guided assistance at this time, though. Focus on your health, your mind, your body, and your soul. enjoy the peacefulness when you can. But I do think you will, because peace gets louder. I don't even understand how that works, but that's just what peace gets louder. Doesn't sound like the worst thing. Hello, everyone. Hey, 6, do you have any data for peace getting louder? I don't know why that sounded. My first impression was grandkids. That's weird, because I don't have any. Okay. Anything else?
Just do it!
Whoever that was for. Anything else about peace getting louder? One more. Fireworks. Okay. Fireworks, but no boom, I guess. Or 6 said it's done. I hope you guys are doing well this evening. You'd say that was confirmation? Okay. I know my nose is itching, so whoever that was for. Whoever that was for. Whatever the message was, whoever it was for, you interrupted my editing. Confirmation that peace was louder. However you process it. Didn't feel like a long message. The sound of silence can be deafening. When you have earplugs in, yes. But peace, you can always add music of your liking to the piece. So there's that part. You can add bubble bath and ice cream. You can plant stuff in a peaceful place. Anyways, moving on. Okay. So, Eskimo, so you saw the... Let me get that off here. So you saw the daddy's girls. What were your thoughts? Should I apologize now and just get that part out of the way? Did you lose a whole, 24 and ish? Have you seen the pictures of the one who actually did, slice? I'm like, oh, This is jarring emotionally. And I should be the last one saying anything like that. I'm just saying. Well, yeah, I did Eskimo. I know I saw the videos that people are putting on YouTube. Those are the longer ones. A lot easier to watch. I'm still trying to figure out how to even make videos for TikTok, let alone watch them. And then when you watch it, you gotta watch it 400 times to understand. I'm like, this feels weird just watching the repetition. Can somebody just stitch all these together? But yes, I mean, listen, it's a great way to go viral. Get a bunch of women to like you. They all have to make videos about you every day. Talk about beating up the algorithm. Oh, yeah. 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 I feel bad about her, but imagine you could see what type of person she goes toward. Imagine, what she's doing in real life, not just on the internet. Right. And that's who she goes for, it looks like. People who, I saw a couple of the girls doing interviews, and a couple of them looked delicately touched. I'll stop there on that one. We're just like, wow, you're going after chicks with SSI checks. Let's just be fair. You're going after the ones with that monthly, right? These ain't just the welfare girls. That's not what these are. Some of these is waiting on Section 8 and backup and missed SSI checks. Hey man, on one end, with the exception of the ones who have children, all the ones who have children should have, goodness. It's not good. I won't say what should happen to the mothers and the children, but it ain't good, what I think. But the single ones, man, I am 50-50. No, that's a lie. I'm more like 75-25. But that's because I understand the BDSM world. And so it's very easy for people to misunderstand what they're looking at in one aspect of it. If they're all choosing to do that to themselves and brand themselves behind their mistress, that's different than abuse because they're choosing it. There can't be a master without there being a submissive. Balance, left and right, up and down. One cannot exist without the other. And since if it's just a fetish, I don't think it matters. Right. I think it's crazy that people will do that and publicly tie themselves to it. But to me, it says that speaks a little bit about where their head is at. That speaks about where their head is at. Hers and those women. Just saying. Lesbians can be very aggressive. Certain lesbian types are very aggressive, and certain other lesbian types like it. So I think if they all like it, yeah, I don't think it's. I'm sure you can see the humor in that shit. I'm more sitting there with my mouth open, like, what? Like, y'all are doing that on video. You guys don't have jobs. You can't have a job. You cannot have a regular job. Because you would have to be thinking about that, right? Like, what about people at work? How do they feel about you now? Because it's not just like you guys all like an attractive woman. It's deeper than that. What do your friends at work say? Because I know if I had to work with one of them ladies, you'd be the butt of a lot of jokes. It would be for sure, at the very least. At the very least, it is walk into the room and everyone stop talking type of energy. You at the very least you get that. Everybody's ha ha ha, and here she comes. I think, listen, from the BDSM aspect, it's funny. To all dominance, to all bone, to the core, dominance, it's probably very funny. It's probably inspirational. Spark a few ideas. I know I was watching and I was like, half of me's like, and the other half is like, oh gosh, Gemini. But at the same time, the all side is like, what if all those women really do have something mental going on? There's a lot of mental illness that isn't addressed appropriately. And you have these women who are doing this. I could see the liking, I could see the group activity of it. I don't get the branding. I never understood that. That's just me. I don't get the branding on something that's just, why would you encourage them to do that? And I don't get the cutting, but I get it for punishment. I get it. But again, if she's not cutting and she's only telling them to cut, nobody can say anything unless she knows that those women have some type of mental disability or challenge. If she knows those women have something, medically suggested, or, the doctors have discussed it and she's taking meds for it. And if you're making them cut themselves, that's different. That's, I think that's different. Then you're taking an advantage of disabled people. You're taking advantage of challenged people. That's fucked up. But if those are regular women with regular jobs, regular lives, they drive themselves to work and they don't strip naked and run in the street and poop themselves and eat it, they ain't doing no weird shit. I think the only thing, I think there can be nothing except hatred. Wonderment and hatred. How did you do all that behind a computer with filters? I am fascinated. Is it that easy? Maybe it is. Maybe we just thought this out all wrong. Maybe people have thought the audience out all wrong. I mean, the TikTok audience that can sit there and watch videos that last 2 or 3 minutes or 30 seconds. Like when I look at TikTok, I can do it for like 15, 20 minutes and then it's too much. How do I get back? Where am I going? It's a forced rabbit hole. It's like a forced rabbit hole free fall. And I need a little bit more continuity. I need a little more extension on that data. Give me a 20-minute video. Don't give me like 2 minutes. Even making the videos is like, oh my God, this is a lot. Right. She doesn't have contact with these women. So I get the idolatry. I get it. She's a good-looking woman. She's making them sexy faces into the camera. Like, that's how you want somebody to look at you? You want love. A lot of people want love. And she's picking the right market. Not a lot of people show love to the big women, even when they're celebrities. So I think any attention, certain sectors of humanity are just ripe for the choosing. And I think that's one of them. And it sucks because big women who have any type of self-esteem issue, it's only because they don't know about the rest of the world. They don't know what goes on in the rest of the world and how they're loved in other countries, what they represent to men in other countries. In Hollywood, a lot of famous men love the big women. The bigger the better. They simply don't walk the red carpet with them. And if more of them stood up and knew themselves, knew their worth everywhere on the planet, Lizzo wouldn't have to walk around butt naked to get people's attention. Anyways, it's a crazy world, but that woman picked a great market nonetheless. I'm curious as to what kind of money she gets from those women. I'm curious. And she picked a good market if they're all sitting at home and they have the ability to sit on the internet, but they don't have the ability to think for themselves with logic, and they have low self-esteem. This is what every narcissist is probably looking for. Any narcissist with a business, you'd probably want a market like that. You'd probably want an audience that's glued to your success, glued to the outcome like that. I mean, like, there's fans, there's fanatics, and then there's felons. She's figured out how to walk the center line. And again, ain't nobody mad when pimps do it. Oh, we never know what our conscience would make us do. Never know. Until you wield that sword of popularity on that level, popularity and power, not just popularity, but power that you can use in an evil way. That's why I'm okay with my chaos. Hello, Crown Girl. How are you? I think sometimes, goddesses, we have to protect ourselves. Every now and again, we do have to let that other side out of ourselves, the devil, that non-flowery side, just so motherfuckers know we ain't playing. You might have to touch that tornadic side. You might have to put them horns up and let a bitch know you ain't playing. And then you put it back and you put your flower back on the front of your blouse. And you express your angelic side. Crown Girl, welcome. And yes, I do yes or no questions if you have one. And it usually goes further than yes or no. So if you have one, you can in the right environment, and yes, and appropriately dressed with the right rubber and leather. But that's only on Halloween. Nonetheless, I mean, hey, it's interesting. What she's doing is very interesting. It's too interesting for me to 100% believe it. And knowing that, TikTok actually pays, they have a creator payment program. So they say it's promoting things or, dealing with advertisers. I say, is that really all? I mean, Facebook was collecting all kinds of data. Should we think that TikTok isn't doing that? Durr. So why not a few social experiments? To see if they can get people to do things like challenges. Just saying. Why not? I mean, if I was looking for scientific data to learn how to control the people, that would be, social media's gotta be like a never-ending desert filled with tons of books and articles of people, fresh test subjects, test dummies. Just gotta be like every grain of sand, a different type of data and a different type of possibility. I can't imagine. Hello, Lady Godiva. Yeah, that's interesting though. Nonetheless. It'll be interesting to see how far they push it. Because the more they talk about her, especially on YouTube, once you type it in, the algorithm answers. I mean, like every other video I see now on my front page is something about her. So they've made her popular no matter what. The question will be, will any mainstream media situation touch it? I think if no one touches it in the mainstream, she keeps going. And she's got tons of women to make new accounts. And I'm sure every video, she probably has a busload after busload of women who are trying to get in with her. They just made her more popular. 100%. They just made her more popular. And I know that's not what they wanted, but ooh. There's going to be something coming in her direction, though. Ooh. There's going to be more people coming out about some stuff. The violence. More sensitive. Somebody who got dumped. Somebody else, rather. It's going to be something, clarify travel. It's going to be somebody, yeah, somebody mental. Oh, wow, she's, okay. There'll be more secrets coming out. So expect to see more data coming. Something that clarifies her patterns. More of her patterns of behavior. Hey, 6. What's going to happen to that chick Angela, the goddess, over the next week, from here to Friday? That we will see come out.
Triple kill!
I'm gonna act like I don't know what that was all about, but that sounded bad. Triple kill thing. Can you clarify for the older and a little more scary people in the room, please?
I'll have 2 number 9s, a number 9 large, a number 6 with extra dip, a number 7, 2 number 45s, 1 with cheese, and a large soap.
Okay. All right. That feels trollish. 6. Can you, something else, please?
Correct!
Oh, that's it. All right. Are you sure? Okay, time. Gotcha. Clarify the event. The biggest one afoot. Ooh. Hanging out. Feels like someone that was dumped. The energy of someone that was dumped, dropped off. Clarify the... Okay, so somebody with bad attachments, violence, someone who experienced violence, threats of violence, acts of violence, the enemy that she is. I keep hearing something about African spiritualist or something. So maybe dark magic, dark arts. So a person comes forward. Oh. Someone comes forward about something. This is my card of deceased. And it goes over a person. So I'm not going to say that anyone is alive or not. I'm not going through that data. I'm not reading that. this is something that someone comes forward about. Further clarify, please. Buried misdirection. So something that someone comes forward that it's not a good look. However, it's a misdirection. There is a misdirection. Okay, that comes out one too many times. So my card of suicide and kill comes out over deceased. And so there's that in the mind trap. I'm still not calling kill data. Still not talking about it. Not. Let's just say maybe someone comes forward who speaks about endings. She's accused of practicing dark magic. Well, okay, she's accused of it. I don't recall hearing that part of it, but maybe video comes out of it? Some video that no one wants released. More data. Data captured. Something that comes out too about where she is, where she lives or does not live. And something stops. Time's up. She ends up having some type of conflict over this week. The conflict involves somebody taking things, another group, opposition, the ops. Opposition, a gang, a group. So there's another group. Oh my goodness. My card of rain comes out. Okay, something happened here that's coming out over this week, involves someone wanting to really take their life. Over somebody who did or the discussions of it. I'm trying to keep this as I'm just trying to be as gentle as possible. Just more conversation about her ego comes out though, but I'm curious to see. I hope it hasn't gotten that far, but there will be conversations about taking someone's life. And it may be variation on what I said. It may be possible that she, as in the leader chick, may have said that to someone, like, yourself. She may have said that to someone. That may have been a discussion that someone has a copy of. That type of stuff. somebody flips because they got blocked. It's possible that the person that she did this to lost it when they got blocked, or were hidden from the page, or hidden from being able to conversate with her. And because of the feelings and the money that was put into it, and then suddenly the lack of communication, that person realized they were an outsider. And things fell apart. They felt abandoned. And so the thoughts become the feelings, and the feelings become the behavior. But someone pointed that out, that they were an outsider. Somebody made them feel even more. So there may be one person in this, because it was fixed focus and fear. The hunter, the dating, wow. Someone wanting a relationship. But in truly, they were being more, suddenly became hunted. Fear play. And then this is my card of mental. Mental restriction, bondage, the outsider. Do this or you're out. I'm done. Wow. So there'll be more to watch. Oh. Bad attachments, addictions. There may be conversations about that woman being addicted to something too. A story about maybe choking someone. Oh. So there is something there. They're all okay. There is a little bit of what's the word? Damage control before it happens. They may be moving into a phase of dealing with that now, or it may have just, it's something they're trying to hide, or wondering when or if it's going to come forward. There is somebody who had contact with her. Not the person who's talking now, there's someone else. Did not have a good ending. Well, she definitely has some enemies. Somebody is making plans against her to mess with the journey, right? Freedoms. Somebody might be somebody is trying to get bigger mainstream attention on her. I keep getting the neighbor. So someone close to her, or who knows her, knows deeper details. Yeah. I keep going back to the neighbor. Someone close in her environment. Doesn't have to be like a next door neighbor, but someone close enough to know where she is, what she's doing, truth. Maybe trying to get more mainstream attention to this. The problem is there's other messages that they have to be worried about. And some of them will be coming out this week. Yeah, that's the, I think you're talking, Eskimo, I think you're talking about the woman who said she kept the strap on over the boxers. Yeah, I'm not talking about her. This will be someone else. This will be someone else. Yeah, they kind of slide out. They slide out with their data. And they bring karma. There's a loss of money and wandering, lost, broken promises. They hold the key to something. And they have the ability to apply force. Come out as devils, though. Well, they're earth angels, but they are the catalyst to karma. Sorry, I lost the word. Okay. They gifted her with something, or they were gifting her with something. And they thought there was going to be passion, saw things going further and longer. Promises or beliefs. Treating somebody like a whole God, Jesus. While their own lives were falling apart. Whatever's coming out about her, it talk or controlled isolation. Something may happen is she may get in trouble with TikTok too. That could happen. Or she's pushed outside of the place she loves. She doesn't like the spotlight. Doesn't like the spotlight because it puts someone on her path. Catches her between a rock and a hard place. Yeah, somebody's got some chemical addictions. That's going to be the problem. That's going to be the problem. You say what you need to say. So she may say something on a... Somebody may catch her slipping up. So I know she does lives. I haven't seen one. So maybe there's some live she does next. Maybe there's something online that she does that slips her up. And ties connections shows greed and lies. Oh, she's got beef with a masculine energy too, right? What does he do? Oh, dude is wrecking shop on her. What? So very soon there's going to be something that happens to her that'll be coming from that dude. It'll be sudden, quick, waging war, and coming through like with a wrecking ball force. Whatever he brings has the ability to destruct, block future funds, and then surrender. Yeah, it's weird. Something else comes out about her. I feel like so from a woman, from a new woman, more conversation. From a male, war, or whatever a wrecking ball does. Whatever a wrecking ball does, it makes you surrender, give up. That's dark. Well, he's coming with some noise then. He's an ex-fan. Oh, I didn't know he was a fan. I watched a few of his videos. But I only watched because he had all those facial piercings. I was like, oh, look cool. Gotta admire the piercers. Tattoo people, man. I just be like, man. I got one tattoo that was so much. When I see piercings, because I was a piercer, I'm like, oh, wow. I'll pay attention to you for a little while. I watched a few of his videos. He seems kind of angry, though. But he is waiting for the right time to go. Waiting for something so he can go. But he's watching someone on a pedestal that he doesn't like. Wants to control them. And she got the right one. But he is chained to his imbalance. And he wants the same popularity too. But it's hater energy that he's got to use to get to that point. Yeah. That's a tough fight. But I do see him having some impact or taking some action. So maybe he's the one who does interviews. Maybe he's the one who does the interviews because he's still here. Two-faced, waging war. Someone who has to use multiple sides of themselves to go after someone who is not a good person. And it feels like having to go after more than one, too. It's like a TikTok version of draining the swamp. Doesn't mean he's not going to try, though. Yeah, I get what you're saying, Eskimo. If you watch a lot of his videos, I don't know how many of you watched. The little bit I watched, I stopped at a certain point because I'm trying to remember. It was something about his. Oh, he was defending black women by name calling other women, and I was just like, "You're not. Your responses aren't educated. They're just kind of angry." What's his focus or? He wants isolation for her, so he may romanticize Angela going away. You know, solitude, go away. But he's a loner energy. And he's not taking the test. He does not see himself. He can see the action, see the purpose for it, but does not see himself. So right now he's not learning, just moving, functioning. It's desire, focused anger. What's he peddling? She's peddling skin oil. Well, she probably is selling the skin oil so she can make them pay more money on the back end. Lord. Nonetheless, that guy has a dangerous energy towards her. It's a dangerous energy towards her. And my stalker card. Hit 2 and 4, so the way they fall down or lay out feels like, it does feel like mental health issues. Lord. Because they watch, they look, they stalk, and their furniture. They're looking for secrets, want to know secrets, and yet in life they have a single limitation. I am done. He's destructive, though. I will say that. He's very destructive. So I don't see him stopping it. Maybe he's not the person who paces 24 hours a day, but he feels like somebody who focuses in real nice. He can focus in real tough. Just saying. 6, tell us about the guy going after Angela, the goddess.
Hey, what's up? How you doing? You looking fine. Holy shit, you grew.
I hear that one differently this time. Because the guy in there is saying, holy beep, you grew. Which to me suggests age being more significant than anything else. The most significant part of that. Anyways, what else, 6?
You weren't supposed to do that.
Uh-huh. Anything else?
Oh my God, who the hell cares?
He's going to fizzle himself out with his audience. Okay, anything else?
You're the last one. Complete the mission.
All right. Yeah, I think he's a destructive one. And I don't know. I stopped watching his videos after I saw him like doing something. It was like something he had on his page with teenagers, and they were in the bathroom, and I think the girl mouthed the N word. She didn't say it, but she opened her mouth to it, and he's just like, it's a lot of name calling. I don't understand how you're protecting your daughter, but you're on the internet calling strange women you don't know that name. No way he's not doing that at home. Period. RD, you're still taking 6 words at... I don't know if the 6 words were except welcome to Psi Divine. Or are you talking about hey, 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 hey? Smoke weed every day? Is that what you're talking about? Okay, I only remember the thing about smoking every day. Eva, hello and welcome. I'm doing yes or no questions only. So if you have one before I log off, I'll answer yours. Hey, 6, do you have any more messages for RD?
Smoke weed every day.
Alrighty then, I'm done. I am done. So you, maybe 6 would like to move in with you, and you guys could just be best friends. You could smoke weed together every fucking day. What? I don't care. I don't even care. 6. Eva, I see your question. Okay. So the question asked is, would it be healthy to let go of that person? And I get yes. Yes. Yes to what's on your mind. Yes to the illusion. Yeah, and a blank comes out. So you have options, my dear. You don't have to let wondering be one of those options. I hear wondering doesn't like to pay for dinner, and wondering doesn't care how you feel. So you might not want to date wondering. All right, guides and goddesses, I am starving. What time is it? I have enough time for a salad. You're welcome. You're welcome, Eva. All right. 6, do you want to say anything? Good night to your new homie.
Nope.
Okay. Are you sure?
No. This isn't how you're supposed to play the game.
Okay, fine. I'll stop asking. Do you have any messages for the collective? I think that means it's over. How about anything for the bros? 6.
Yeah, this is big brain time.
telling you, shaking it up a lot more is helping. All right, it's big brain time for the bros. Gotcha. Let 6 be sexist unto itself, himself, themself, whatever. And hello, quiet ones. My shirt's all weird. And yes, I'm going to eat a healthy salad for once. You guys make sure you drink your water. I will be making updates for the page for my Instagram. If you're on there, please follow me there, where I do make weird animations when I'm bored now. Since I can't think of bright and sunny things to say to update the Instagram page, just so you guys know, I am doing the weird graphics. Just little reminders for those of you going through love, stress. Remember, your wish doesn't have to be their wish. And definitely make sure you let go of all that does not serve you well. Eskimo, you got your room temp water on deck? It works for a lot of things, is all I'm saying. Nice glass of warm water before bed, room temperature, whatever. Not cold. Yeah, you'll be feeling real nice in the morning. That's all I'm saying. Anyways. Alright, you guys. Have a wonderful, wonderful evening. And don't forget to work it. Because we are all well. And I will see you guys later. Good night.